Good morning, South Rock. Welcome to the final Acts devotion. We have made it through. This video might be a little bit longer because I have something to say at the end about where we are going with these devotions after Acts. So stick around to the end if you want to find out what's going on with that. So we're in Acts 28, 17 through the end today. Paul is in Rome. He's talking to the Jewish leadership, and he wants to preach to them the gospel. And in fact, he does it all day from morning to night. And many of them believe, but many of them can't believe it. They can't hold on to this idea that the Savior has come, and he's not this conquering hero as they had expected him to be, but he is a humble Savior who died on the cross. And Paul loses the crowd when he says, Jesus came for the Gentiles too. He loses a lot of them on that one. So, and it really ends on a note of happiness, or kind of a joyful note, where it says that Paul lived there for 2 years, proclaiming Jesus, seeing everybody he can, and he proclaimed Jesus with all boldness and without hindrance. And I really like that. So my two questions, I guess, from this are twofold. Number one, how soft is your heart to hearing out other people? This is such a time of divisiveness, right? Every single day, it seems like there's a new debate, whether it's statues or police or masks or virus or whatever, always something else. But the real thing that's driving me nuts is the amount of people that are just yelling. When we as a church we are called to be loving and be generous. There's a place for some righteous anger, but I don't see a lot of people using that righteous anger correctly. So I guess the question is, how soft is your heart to hearing out people? People have opinions, and those opinions might be wrong, but we are still called to be people that are loving and caring and tender to these people who need to hear the cross proclaimed to them. And Paul had the patience to do it from morning to evening, and some of them still didn't hear it out, and he still counted it worth it. So how soft is your heart to that? The second question is something I think I've asked probably every time I've done this devotion, but it's the question of, what kingdom work can you do around you right now? Paul is imprisoned right now in Rome in this final verse, and he's still proclaiming with all boldness. He's still proclaiming without hindrance, even though he's hindered, even though he's chained. So what's some kingdom work around you, whether you're staying at home or whether you're going out? What are some things that you can do for the kingdom right now? And that's it. That's Acts. We've enjoyed this time. We will have a bit of a gap as we prepare and get ready for our next devotion subject, but we want to keep doing this. We want to keep, whether you're staying at home or whether you're going out and you're just coming to this occasionally, we've really enjoyed being here with you and doing this, and we hope you have too. So Monday, July 13th, that's when we're going to jump off. We'll begin a devotion series through Mark. It'll look a little different as we've opened up. Pastors on staff have more responsibilities. They have more going on. And so I'm going to be heading this up. This will be my main project, as I'm kind of the online pastor now. If you watch us online, you see my face just about every Sunday. And so other pastors will come in as they can, but it's going to be us going through Mark, again, starting July 13th. Also, I know that going from Acts to Mark is backwards, because Acts is about the church after Jesus, and Mark is about Jesus when he was here. So the reason I did that is because I feel like every day of 2020, I've thought, I really wish we had more Jesus. I've thought, oh boy, we need Jesus. So let's go back to Jesus. Let's look at his life in the Gospel of Mark. So we hope to see you then, and I will see you all on Monday starting Mark.